So unless you've been living under a rock for the last month, you probably know that there's a new real estate company moving into Los Santos. In fact, the info was leaked all the way back in June of this year with the release of the Money Fronts update, when data miners found a few references within GTA Online's code containing the phrase mansion teaser. And then after that, we got even more leaks with the mansion names and even the voice lines. Also, if you paid attention to the introductory cutscene for Money Fronts, where this woman steps out of the Luxor Deluxe, you've already seen one of Mr. Faber's clients who will introduce you to the mansion's DLC, and her name is Valentina. And now, we have also received 3 new teaser missions that tell us a lot about where the mansions will be situated and what they'll look like. So, in this video, I'm going to break down everything that we know so far about the upcoming Winter DLC and Mansions DLC for GTA Online. I'll tell you how to complete the setup missions and get all the bonuses, and then I'll give you my thoughts on how much these mansions may cost and what sort of new features we might get with them. Of course, we won't know every single new feature and all the specifics until the DLC actually releases in December, but we still have a lot of information to work with already, with even more coming later this month, I'm sure. So let's get into it. Starting with the teaser missions, which are marked with this yellow palm tree icon on your map. The first one is all the way up here on the west side of the map near Tongva Hills, and it's called New Listings Due Diligence. To unlock this mission, as well as the subsequent teaser missions, all you need to do is watch the introductory cutscene for Money Fronts, where the game introduces you to Mr. Faber as well as Raph. You don't need to own the car wash business, although I still recommend getting it as it's a really good business on its own, and it also opens up the pathway to 2 other businesses, which all buff your counterfeit cash, your hangar, as well as grass farm sales. But even if you don't own a car wash, you can still play the mansion teaser missions, and there's a very good reason why you should play them. Firstly, they're on double money for this week at the time of me recording this video, which means you stand to make approximately $60,000 per mission for just 10 minutes of gameplay or so, or about $180,000 in half an hour. More importantly than that though, doing all 3 teaser missions will make you a gold tier member in the pre-luxury real estate VIP program, and this gives you a $2 million discount on all mansion properties that are upcoming, plus a $1 million cash bonus that will be credited to your GTA bank account within 72 hours of completing these missions. So let's break it down step by step. I'll tell you how to do each mission as quickly as possible and the best strategies to get your bonus cash. Starting with the first mission, which is called Due Diligence. For this one, all you need to do is fly over to the yellow pre-luxury icon near Tongva Hills, where you'll get a call from Raph as soon as you approach the Buen Vino Road mansion. He'll tell you that a bunch of lost MC junkies and gangbangers are holed up inside the mansion, and the property owner wants you to evict them so that it can be sold. Sounds pretty simple, but here's the catch. You have to do it while trying not to kill anyone, because a mass slaughter inside the premises usually tends to dampen the value of a property. So here's the strategy. Start the mission, the game will despawn your vehicle and give you a crappy NPC car, but you don't actually have to use that. Instead, open up your phone, call your mechanic, and request your Vigilante or Hakuchou drag. The Oppressor Mark II isn't available to you here, and you can't use the Sparrow or your Raiju either. No weaponized vehicles allowed, except for the Batmobile, which exists in a realm of its own. Then follow the path that I'm showing to climb over this hill, where you'll find a Bugstar's van as well as a bunch of pest control guys standing underneath the shed. Steal their gas canisters and drive over to the Buen Vino mansion, which is a few hundred meters down the road. There you'll be notified by Raph that non-lethal methods are preferred here. Once again, you can choose to ignore them, but I recommend doing the non-lethal route at least once for the bonus cash. And don't worry, you can actually use melee weapons like the hammer or knuckle duster. You aren't limited to just your fists. You can even use a stun gun or a shocker if you want, and it honestly makes the whole thing a lot easier because of how bad the melee combat is in GTA Online. Trying to engage in a fist fight with a group of 5 or 6 people in GTA Online is like trying to play Sekiro with a character who has muscular dystrophy. Usually, you'll end up on the ground with a pipe shoved up your butt, so use weapons and spam those snacks. But first, you'll have to clear out all the lost MC guys who are cramped up inside this house. For this, climb to the roof, stand near the HVAC unit, and drop a gas canister through the fan cover. If you play the jewelry store mission in the story mode, Franklin does the exact same thing with the BZ gas grenades. It's basically a copy and paste of that mission. Then there's one more HVAC unit ahead of you. Drop another gas canister in there, and the pesticide fumes will send the lost MC running out of the building like cockroaches. From here, all you have to do is drop down and start beating the ever-loving crap out of them. Just make sure to stop hammering when they get injured and curl up into their prone position, otherwise you might accidentally kill them. Once all the lost MC clowns are dealt with though, leave the area in your vehicle, and that's it. Mission complete. If you didn't kill anyone, you'll get $20,000 as a non-lethal bonus, bringing your total mission reward up to $53,600, which isn't a whole lot to be honest with you. But remember, you're doing these mainly for that $2 million discount once the mansions are added in December, and again, and if you do all 3 of them before December the 7th, you'll also get a $1 million cash reward added straight to your bank account. After you've completed due diligence, a second pre-luxury icon will pop up in La Mesa, so what you need to do is drive there to start Fixes and Fittings, which is the next teaser mission in the quest line. The annoying thing about these missions though is that you have to do all 3 in order. You can't jump between them at random, and even after you've finished all 3 missions, if you want to replay a particular one, you'll have to start all the way over from mission number 1. So for Fixes and Fittings, you're gonna have to steal a bunch of construction supplies from the Mile High Construction Club. Raph mentions that the construction crew over there is mafia backed, and he even makes a few jokes about how the Mile High Club has been under construction for over a decade at this point, so the guys probably aren't using their construction materials anyway, and they won't actually mind us taking over the stuff. Anyway, you drive there once again, and this time you don't actually need to call in your personal vehicle because the spawn point is only a half mile away from the site, so you could just use the NPC vehicle they gave you. But either way, once you reach the place, I highly recommend the stealth route once again, not because of the cash bonus necessarily, but because this mission is coded to be artificially difficult. So while you're walking around, try to find the flatbed trailer with the construction materials. What you'll see here is enemy cars rolling into the compound one after the other, and these guys just never stop coming. So once you raise the alarm, that's it. You now have a perma respawning wave of enemies who will grind you down over time with chip damage, and before you know it, you'll be running low on your snacks and armor. Then you have to survive a 2-mile drive with that semi-truck while 5 or 6 cars are constantly on your tail shooting at you, and if you're already low on snacks, you probably won't make it to the destination. So again, I recommend going the stealth route just for your own sanity if you're having trouble with the aggressive approach. Plus, it's probably going to be faster anyway if you just follow the route that I'm showing you. First, make sure you have a silenced weapon on your weapon wheel, equip that, and take out these 2 enemies. Then there are 2 lower levels, one on the left and one on the right. Each of these areas contain 2 power tools. You can steal 4 in total to get a cash bonus, but each of the areas is also being patrolled by 3 guards. So take them out, grab the tools, then kill these 2 guys near the entrance. Then kill this guy who's patrolling the area right next to the flatbed trailer, and after that, there's 3 more down here, and another 3 right next to the flatbed trailer. As long as you pay attention to the vision cones, it's very easy to kill these guys without alerting the others since they're all practically deaf and blind, so take your time, make it clean. You'll easily be able to steal the flatbed trailer without attracting any attention. I promise you that. And then comes the most annoying part, driving this truck, which moves at a snail's pace to the mansion site, while you also have a bunch of these goons trying to destroy your cargo. The best advice that I can give here is don't get too bogged down with the gunfight part of the chase. Just keep focusing on driving towards your destination while occasionally sniping the driver in one of those mob cars that's chasing you just to make things a little bit easier. Hopefully you can make it to the construction site without losing more than 1 crate, but even if you do lose 2 crates, it's no big deal as you'll still get a partial bonus and complete the mission, which is all that really matters. I tried using my vigilante to clear a path before driving away in the truck. It didn't work as these mob cars spawn out of thin air and they will constantly swarm you as you drive past each invisible checkpoint, so just do the stealth part of the mission, climb into the Phantom, and drive away with the flatbed while spamming snacks along the way. And if you're wondering about it, no, once again, you cannot use your personal Phantom wedge here either, which is unfortunate. Alright, now with probably the most awful of the 3 missions out of the way, all that's left is the 3rd and final teaser mission, which is called Hardlines. In this one, all you have to do is intimidate a construction crew by destroying a bunch of their equipment. Once you destroy enough of their stuff, 3 foremen will appear on the job site and you can intimidate them by just pointing your gun in their face, which will force them to run away. Then you'll get a scripted 2-star wanted level, which is easy to dodge and lose, and once you're done with that, the mission's cleared. Some quick tips here though. There's a bulldozer nearby that you can use to push the construction equipment into the ocean. If you use explosives or guns, the foreman will flee and you'll lose out on your cash bonus, but if you're just trying to speedrun, you can go with the explosive route. After you've completed all 3 missions, the game will notify you that you've earned an exclusive discount on future property purchases with pre-luxury real estate, and this means you're now locked in for that $2 million mansion discount in December. And if you don't see your $1 million cash reward show up just yet, just give it some time. Rockstar's Newswire even states that it will take up to 72 hours to be credited to your account. Alright then, with the teaser missions out of the way, let's talk about the mansions themselves. Where are they? Where can you buy them? How many will be available, and how much can you expect to pay for one? So if you remember the first teaser mission, the one where you chase out the Lost MC gangbangers from Buenvino Road, that's actually Devin Weston's mansion, and if you've played GTA 5 story, you're probably familiar with him. Following his death, it was taken over by Lost MC gang members, and now it seems like we'll be able to purchase it straight through pre-luxury real estate. And I believe the date for the update to be the 9th of December. Now, why the 9th of December? Well, the GTA Plus benefits for this month end on the 8th of December, and we all know that the next update usually drops after that, based on previous patterns. When it comes to weekly updates with bonuses and discounts, Rockstar drops them on Thursday, but when it comes to full-on DLCs for the winter and summer, they do it on Tuesdays, and in December, for the winter DLC specifically, they do it on the second Tuesday of the month. And so for this year, that's going to be December 9th, so the date lines up here perfectly. Also, there are 2 more mansion sites. One is the construction site that you saw in the second teaser mission, where you delivered all the stolen materials, and this is next to Ace Jones Drive on Vinewood Hills, and it's probably going to be mansion number 2 since we can see that pre-luxury banner nearby. The final site is going to be this one, overlooking the amphitheater, and it also has the pre-luxury banner nearby with a coming soon sign written on it. So those are our 3 confirmed mansion locations, and you can basically be everything but officially sure that the date is going to be December 9th for this update. As for how much the mansions will cost, we don't know for sure, but if Rockstar are giving us a discount of $2 million on them, that means they're going to be expensive. Very expensive. At least as expensive as super yachts, I'd imagine. Probably even more. I'm guessing somewhere in the ballpark of $10 to $15 million per mansion. It could be less or could be even more depending on the size, and also I feel like we'll get a ton of customization options for both the interior and exterior, so expect some swimming pools, helipads, indoor gyms, massive garages, possibly even something like a master control terminal too. That would be awesome. All optional, and once you add in either the cosmetic upgrades or the actual ones that can affect functionality, but either way, add that all together, your mansion might cost as much or upwards of $15 million. As with any other interior property, also expect there to be some styles, themes, and much more to customize the look of your mansion. So unless you have at least $30 to $40 million in disposable income right now to buy everything with the DLC, I definitely start saving up money to buy these mansions once they release. So that's all we have for now until the update drops in December, but we'll probably get some more news and information at the end of this month around the Thanksgiving time here in game. And of course, that will give us a much better idea of what these mansions and what the DLC is going to be like in general, what sorts of missions they're going to bring, any new businesses, and how all of this will affect our daily money grind. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like on it if you found it informative. Consider subscribing to the channel if you are new and you want to see more GTA Online content like this. I'm super excited to be covering this Mansions DLC when it does release. You guys know we're going to be going crazy with videos. Also, feel free to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardoushtv for more GTA Online money grinding live streams. And I'll see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video. Adios, amigos.